one of my favourites, which is Beauty Without Cruelty, and this is Bronze Satin number 4. And I like it because it's a good colour on me, but it gives me a bit of a sort of a glow as well. So I'm actually going to use a face brush to put this on. Just dab it into the product like this and stipple it on to where you need it, starting in the middle of the face, and work it along. This is just so I get a nice even coverage. You can see that's buffing it on really nicely. Kind of quick too. It was nice. I'm going to take my concealer brush, and this is an e.l.f. concealer, and it's really lovely because it just brightens everything up, and you don't need very much. I take it sort of slightly onto the ends of the eyelid as well, just to even out any darkness. It has thicker eyebrows than I do, so I'm going to fill them in, and to do that I'm just going to use this little eyebrow kit. I'm looking at a picture here, and hers don't have such an arch as mine, so I'm going to fill in the arch a bit and bring it down, because hers are really strong, and then thicken that up. She has very sort of pronounced eyebrows here. There you go, so I've really thickened them out. I'm going to take some high definition powder by e.l.f. and with this rather huge fan brush just pick up the product. I literally do that because if I pick up this on its own, it's got too much on there. And I'm just lightly going to dust this down everything. And you can see that's just, this is shiny here still, but a light dusting of the HD powder just sorts any of that out. And then we can put back shine where we want it, as opposed to where we don't. Now I'm going to take the pad, gently go under the eyes, just around the face, pushing this in, just setting that, locking it in. There we go. Synthetic brush, Indianwood. Pop that all over the eye, like so, all the way up. Just a nice thin layer. We're not doing it for the colour, it just gives kind of a sheen to the eye like this. Now looking at this picture, she wore this look to an awards ceremony, so it's quite, I wouldn't call it a day look, more of a going out look, a very smart look. She's a beautiful lady, really very beautiful. There we go. So let's just put a smattering of that over the eyelid. On top of that, I'm now going to take Expensive Pink by MAC, which is that one. It looks really pink, but on Asian skin tones it just comes out a lovely peachy colour. So you can sort of see that going on. It's gorgeous. It just comes out sort of this lovely sheen of peachy loveliness. I'm just taking that up to the crease. There. Same on the other eyelid. Sort of up to the crease, so when you open your eye slightly, you have a little bit of it peeping over the top, like that. There we are. Now in this look also, she takes it under the eye as well, but I'm going to do that afterwards because it's a really simple look actually. It's not, you know, it's not very difficult at all. So I'm going to tight line with a black pencil the top lash, like so. That's how you get that lovely thick lash look. And yeah, she only goes onto the lower lash, lower waterline, not the lash line with this black. I'm going to do just go onto the waterline with the black. Just going to take a bit of gel liner This is one by Sleek, I think. It's pretty good. I mean, I think it's starting to dry out, but they all do in the end, really. I'm just going to put that on the top lash line. I'm going to start quite close to the lash line. And just keep it nice and close. As I said, she wears it a little bit thicker than I do, so I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. And then it's quite blunt. You know, you can see that's quite thick. What I've done is I've slightly extended the lower lash line. So I've taken it slightly outwards so that my eyes look a little bit wider apart and larger than they are. My eyes actually stop here, but I've taken it out a little bit further so that they look wider apart. She has quite a slim sort of chin, so if I grab a decent brush for that, because hers is quite pointed whereas mine's quite square. So which one is this? This is Warm Light. Yeah, Warm Light. I'm just going to cut my chin down slightly, just by shading, just like that. I mean, it has to be subtle. I can't change the shape of my face completely, but for the benefit of this tutorial I will try. So that's that bit. The brush. This one, and I'll just take the highlighting side and place that on the chin. So that'll give me a bit more of a point. Make my chin look more pointy. Go in with some contouring. Yeah, she hits sort of there. Ooh, gosh, really didn't like that. She has quite sort of, I wouldn't call them sharp cheekbones, but because her chin is quite narrow, you wouldn't want to go too sharp with the cheekbones, or she'll just look like a triangle. So I'm keeping that rather subtle. And then she has a gorgeous peach blush on the apples of her cheeks mainly. Actually, she's brought it quite far in. So I have this one, which is Sun Gold by Beauty Without Cruelty. I'm just going to buff that onto the cheekbones. So I'm going to buff that onto the cheekbones, just using a kabuki on a stick. She kind of puts it lower down. I would normally put it here, but I think with her face shape, she's trying to put it here. That's best for a triangular sort of face. It is really on the apples, which is not normally where I put blusher. Every time I go mad. There we go. Now on the lips, I've got a really nice sort of bronzy sort of red colour, and this is an NYX, and it's called Hebe. It's really lovely. Right, grab a lip brush and go for it. It's very sort of natural, this colour. I'm not going to go mad with it because it can be a bit overpowering. Just going to emphasise the bits I want to. Then I've just spread that around. I don't really want too much on the lip, So you can either, I've wiped off the rest of the lipstick because there's quite a lot on there. I mean, look, there was all that on there. Blend that in. And she's not wearing gloss in this particular picture. So this is a waterproof, this is Max Splash Proof, and I'm just placing it onto brush and working up through the lashes. And same on the other side. And pull those out so that they look a lot longer, and sweep them off to the side. Well, she has lighter eyes than I do. I think hers are more sort of amber, but that is my attempt at an inspired look. It's been quite requested, so I hope that helps if you want to take on her look.